In the second edition of annual Walk the Talk event on August 5, the Bhutan Youth Development Fund, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and support from the World Health Organization, had advocated against cervical cancer and raising awareness on its prevention. Every year since 2022, Bhutan Youth Development Fund has partnered with the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization to organize Walk the Talk events. These events are meant to highlight a public health topic of critical concern in the country that year. Bhutan YDF mobilizes its network of young volunteers in action across the nation, training them to advocate about the importance of health screening to their community members. This year's Walk the Talk addresses the critical concern of cervical cancer. On 5th August 2023, young volunteers in all 20 Dzongkhag engaged their friends, families, and communities about the dangers of cervical cancer, urging all Bhutanese to get screened, get vaccinated, and stay educated. Cervical cancer has emerged as the most common cancer in Bhutanese women and ranks one of the leading causes of death among them. Between 2014 and 2018, the country witnessed over 300 cases of cervical cancer, and the total recorded cases have reached 18,313 until 2022. 𝐁𝐡𝐮, 93 years old, said that she gave birth to 15 children. During her time, they were not aware of cervical cancer, and she did not experience any diseases related to the cervix. I don't have any idea and knowledge about cervical cancer.
Cervical cancer gi ngachara jomling nalu amchu mangshu chi bime amchu mangshu chi cervical cancer gi be teta barchi chabi semela tani di ta mapa ngachegi khatule ngomara te dachina se shepimi disugi khatule jude bala te ngache chirup gi thole nyamrup gi thole ga ra te goa datte beshim lebe nipa saudalu dari gi jeden di sume me bala chi di educate se goa datte beni di me bala nipa di screen se kade dada ngachegi khatule palu te da takjibewa ejibewa jogo se me bala te ejibewa jobe gadem chibe neji di te nyamalera dazimba chen tinalu chokhaye be bala chothabi imbe bala.
Just wanted to inform that cervical cancer is a very big public health issue in the country. So it is the number one cancer in the country. It's a very significant public health in the country. So of all types of cancer that is prevalent in the country, cervical cancer has become a huge burden, and in line with this, there are so many initiatives that has been taken. So before that, I want to discuss what is cervical cancer. So cervical cancer is when there is an abnormal growth in the abnormal growth in the cells in the cervix. So generally, there are a lot of risk factors for cervical, and one of the biggest risk factor is the HPV infection. So that's why I think there are a lot of initiatives that the Ministry of Health has taken, and one of this initiative is to provide this HPV vaccination to all children, since at all school children age 6, and recently we have also introduced this HPV vaccination for both boys as well as girls. So this is hopefully will prevent or significantly reduce the burden of cervical cancer in the population in the country.
The effects of the HPV virus on the male is not as big as it is on the female. So I believe it is our responsibility to help educate women and help them know about cervical cancer and help them get the treatment and screening in time in order to save people from cervical cancer. This is what I think about cervical cancer as a male.
Cervical cancer is treatable. especially if detected early. And yet, about 30% of these cases are often detected very late when the cancer is already in advanced stages. Proper awareness and advocacy programs can educate the public about the dangers, symptoms, and services associated with cervical cancer.